Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So I have a video I want to show you guys first, and then I'll get into the commentary after. Here's a video.
3161. Hey, can you start me one more? I got a vehicle over here that fled from me the other day. He's in the parking lot.
Yeah, 4. Get somebody else over there. 3230, go into the way over there with 3161. It's going to be off of 11700, blank over to the McDonald's. And 3161, you want him running code?
10-4. License plate. Get out of the car. What? Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Earlier, you got a return on it right now.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Okay, so as you guys can see, oh my goodness, so many problems within this video. Okay, I got a little article here I want to read to you guys first, and then we're going to get into the video a little bit more. All right, so it says a Texas police officer who shot and wounded a teenager who has been sitting in his car eating a hamburger, looks like it was from McDonald's. He was fired. San Antonio officer James Brennan was fired after shooting Eric Cantu, 17 years old, on October 2nd in a fast food restaurant parking lot. All right, so here's the thing that's going on with this whole situation. All right, so many violations that have gone on with this whole thing, and it's just so much. I actually seen a comment, and they pretty much said exactly what I said, and they numbered it out. So I think it would just be better to just read the comment. All right, so this guy says, Randy says, so much to unpack. 1. The cop thought the car had fled from the previous night. If he was not 100% sure that it was the same car, he had no reason to even approach it. So the whole reason why he even went up to the 17-year-old boy's Cantu's car is because he thought that this car evaded him the previous day. So he's looking, he's like, well, this looks like the same car. Well, let me go and open the door and let me go and arrest this guy, right? No, just one, I do agree. Cantu, he should have had his door locked. Okay. But anyways, I mean, the guy had a gun, so regardless if the door was locked or not, but that would have given him some time to hurry up and get out. You know what I mean? But 2, even if it was the same car, the cop had no way of knowing if the driver was the same person from the previous night. As we know, this was not the same car. This was not the same guy. This had nothing to do with anything. This just happened to be a dude that was in a similar vehicle. As we know, car companies don't just make one car and then send them out on the road. So this guy was like, oh, well, this must be the same car, right? It must be the same black Honda or the same red Honda, same red Kia, same white Ford. You know how many cars look the same? You don't have a license plate? We're not doing license plates anymore. We don't have license plates, y'all. We're just not doing that. No. You're just like, oh, it must be the same car, right? It looks similar. I don't know if that dent was there before. I don't know if that rust was there, but it has to be the same thing, right? What? And I can almost guarantee you, the dude was probably watching him, waiting until he got in that car. Okay, let's be real. So there's another problem with all of that. 3, even if it was the same car and the same driver, the cop had no justification in opening the car door. Yes, it even said in the video, you were supposed to have waited for backup or followed proper procedure. Proper procedure is not just opening the door. If you wanted to treat it as such, it could have been treated as like a traffic violation. You don't just you don't pull someone over and then go up to the car and start trying to open the door, be like, get out, with the gun pointed to him. You don't do that. It's like, where are you guys getting your training from? I mean, goodness gracious. Like, anytime you try to defend a cop and say, yeah, cops need, whatever, it's just another thing. And it shows why they shouldn't have XYZ, or why there needs to be some kind of modification within their training. It continues to say, if he wanted to investigate further, he needed to approach just like a traffic stop. Roll down the window, license and registration. Let me go and check it. Okay, I think this dude was the same one from yesterday. Okay, and then we proceed. Or maybe this guy wasn't the same one. Okay, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. We had an incident the day prior where the car was exactly the same one as yours. You know, it looked similar. I'm so sorry. I highly apologize. You enjoy your day. How was that difficult? I'm kind of confused as to how that's difficult, how that's hard to do when you're a professional, or you're supposed to be anyways. 4, he had no justification for pulling his weapon and pointing it at the driver. He immediately he made it seem like he was like a murder suspect or something, you know, a armed kidnapper. I mean, he was just sitting down in his vehicle eating a burger, and you open up his car, you're already pointing your gun at this guy, and it's like, well, get out, get out. You didn't even name yourself. You never even said, hey, I'm, sheriff, sergeant, whoever. Hey, can I ask you some questions? Or, I mean, one, you're supposed to identify yourself, period, first. And then, you don't go and open people's doors and then start shooting at them when they want to get away. Now, people have said, well, why are you driving away if you ain't got nothing to hide? What's the problem? I'm gonna be real. This looks like a Hispanic boy. Okay. So let's be real. You're brown. Okay. So we know our history with the cops, black and brown. We know how our history is with the cops. Okay. Or it could have been anyone that's trying to mug you, pretend to put on a cop outfit, and then just want to start shooting you. First thing you see is a gun, yo. And you're like, yo, well, I'm out of here. Okay. I'm out. The boy did actually sustain some injuries, and he didn't get far, and they had to, rush him to the hospital. But ooh, is there going to be a lawsuit for this one, boo? All right. Next one. 5. The driver goes into what I said. The driver had every right to get away. Imagine sitting in your legally parked car, eating, and someone flings your door open and points a gun in your face, starts screaming at you. What would you do? You got 2 seconds. What you doing? Are you dropping your burger and being like, okay, let me just get out my vehicle? Or you like, F you, man. I'm going to get out of here. I don't care if I get shot, but it'll hit the car before it hits me first. You know what I mean? Because at least it got to go through the car. If I'm right here, you already have your gun pointed at me. If I get out the car, immediately you would just shoot me and probably kill me. You're telling me that wouldn't happen? If I was in his predicament, I would do the same thing. And it's nighttime? Forget it. 6, the cop had zero reason to start shooting. It was reckless beyond the pale, without one thought as to who else was in the car. Could have been a kid in the car. Could have been another spouse in the car. Could have been anyone else in the car. Dogs in the car, and you're just shooting for no reason, and you don't even know who's in the car. You know what I mean? And that's my thing. One, you just had no reason to take out the gun. And what got me is the fact that he was like, "Oh, shots fired, shots fired, shots fired." You shot. He said it like, oh, they shot me. No, you shot. He didn't have a gun. He had a burger. What are we doing? Come on. 7, the fact that the cop started screaming, shots fired, as if he had been shot at, makes me question his mental ability. That is very true in regards to that as well. You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's a higher level, but if you think of lower level, like a Karen, a black person just standing right next to, oh, he hit me. Oh my goodness. He hit me, you guys. And he didn't touch her at all. You know what I mean? So with this one, it's like, okay, a brown dude's just there. Hispanic dude's just chilling. You're going out of your way to bother him. And then you're like, oh, he shot me. No, you shot at him and you end up shooting him and wounding him. All right. And then they said, why is the cop not in jail? They just fired him. Okay. Now, why did they not? Because this to me is attempted murder. Okay. Because there's no reason for this. And the thing about it was he told his captain, his sergeant dude, right? He was like, oh, well, what happened was, he hit me with his vehicle and he took off and he tried to do this. And they were like, okay, let me see your body cam footage. Oh, the camera that witnessed everything? Yeah, let me go see that. Well, here. And then they look at it, they're like, you lied. Everything that the cop said happened did not happen at all. You know, so this is just another example of all of this. You got people lying like crazy, trying to justify murder, because that's what you tried to do, was kill this guy. Did you hear how many rounds? What was it? I mean, it was at least 9, 10. Okay, it probably was a little bit more than that. You know, so you're over here just trying to justify you wanting to kill somebody. Nah, dude, you don't need to be out on the streets. People like you're the Ray Ray and Pookie. Okay, you're the in uniform Ray Ray and Pookie. We don't need you on the street, dude. You need to be locked up too. Same rules apply.